No, I'm pretty sure I watched Zack and Mary make a porno within the last year or two. I'm pretty damn sure. So I mean, I'm kind of, and I watched it enough times anyway. I'm familiar with it, and I mean, I'm once again, I just put it into the my laptop just to start it up, and I remember the opening scene is like just two friends of the opposite gender that just happen to be living together, and they both have shitty jobs. And I think they've known each other since like high school, maybe earlier than that, but grade school. And I mean, I don't need to tell you the premise. If you want all that shit, Wikipedia it. I'm just gonna once again, like I always do, just talk about yeah, whatever I'm interested in. I just want to say opening scene. Seth Rogen's character, Zack. He is in his room. He's got a Pittsburgh Penguins like flag or something. I don't know what exactly you would call banner. I'm not sure, but I don't know. Go Penguins. I've watched this before in two scenes. I mean, I guess I added all like the deleted scenes. Two scenes I already saw that I don't think I've ever seen before is Mary checking out, like I mean, like realizing shit. The only underwear I have now left are the granny panties, and like the extra effort that Seth Rogen or Zach has to go through to open his car door that's like frozen over. He actually has like the help from some police officers or a police officer and like another guy from I can't remember where the fuck they're from. I mean, I don't know if this is set in Pittsburgh. I can't remember, but definitely has like some Kevin Smith humor to it. Yeah. I mean, now realizing it, I obviously am watching the deleted scenes, but still, these scenes are fucking hilarious, and it sucks that they were cut out. Like the scene where fucking Zach has to close his door now that he's open. I mean, he got it. He didn't even get it open. Like the police officer was gonna shoot the door, but Mary opens the other side just without any, with ease. And now when Mary's getting dropped off to work and Zach's got to go off to his job, he flips off some fucking woman in a truck to get his fucking door closed because it's now like iced, like not iced shut now, but it's iced open. It's fucking hilarious, dude. I don't know why the fuck they took these parts out. Yeah, so there's a lot of like there's literally like deleted scenes are about as long as the fucking movie itself. So this movie almost could have been like fucking 3 hours long or at least 2 hours long. I mean, obviously there were some scenes that what I mean, kind of. There's a reason why they were deleted, I'm sure. And overall, there was I can't. It might have been. I bet it was Clerks 2, maybe. Maybe it wasn't Clerks 2. I think it was Clerks 2. But there was a documentary where they kind of just looked behind the scenes while they were filming it. And Quentin Tarantino was like viewing the film, and they were saying like all you gotta do is basically by this point is just like keep watching it and just like chop out all of the unnecessary stuff, the stuff that's kind of just slowing it down. It's not really necessary. And I mean, once again, there were some scenes obviously better than others, but Zack and Mary obviously is a fine film. I mean, I still haven't even watched. I mean, I thought once again I never mind. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking, but I still have to watch the entire thing. I mean, not that I've already seen the movie, but I just watched an hour and a half of fucking deleted scenes, which is it's just fine, man. It's interesting. Like say you find a band and you really like this band a lot, like a lot, and you thought that like you found every single song by them, but then like they come out either with like a bunch of B sides or unreleased material, or there's just like a bunch of like music you just like didn't even know existed, or even it could be a couple of songs even, but they're just really fucking good. I don't know. It's just sometimes there's just nice extra material. Teach their own, I guess. So I finished the deleted scenes and the extra like improv material, And for the most part, it's cool to watch deleted scenes, in my opinion, because it allows you not only, I mean, it's a little extra, stuff that you don't get to see, but also it allows you to see the process. And I don't know, man. Like, I did some video production classes when I was a kid. A couple of not just a couple dumb videos, but like at least a dozen. I was in, I think I took 2 years of it. So I don't know. It's to see that, and it's just like, I mean, like, it's obviously it's a lot harder than it looks, but it just makes it seem like making a movie isn't too hard. You obviously just gotta know what the fuck you're doing, which there's a lot that goes into it, but I mean, still, I don't know. Today is now May 21st, 2019. I'm about to pop in Zack and Miri make a porno. So, I mean, I'm not gonna, I don't have to, like, the general gist is essentially, like, the girl next door, or, I mean, not even the girl next door, but, like, um, not too attractive guy, hold on one second. Not too, I mean, I'm not looking this up or anything, I was listening to music and I had to turn my volume down. Not too attractive guy, is living with a female friend that they haven't shared any kind of intimate relations. They're just purely friendship based, which is kind of like what some people hope, if they were to get with a really cute girl and they're thrown into the friend zone, and really hope that eventually this is what's going to happen. But I don't think that's always the case. I don't know, though. But in this movie, anyway, it's kind of hinted that they kind of liked each other, but, like, it obviously, like, they just never. Maybe the time was never right, or I don't know. Maybe it just. I don't know. But they're. Zack and Miri, the characters, they're both really low on. They don't have a whole lot of money, a whole lot of income. They're pretty much working like 1 or 2 minimum wage jobs. They both buy stupid shit instead of sometimes even paying for the rent or paying for the water or whatnot. They're just trying to find a way out, or at least some money, so that, like, they'll be okay for, I don't know, maybe a couple months or something. They're probably not thinking long term, really. They inevitably come up with the idea of porno, and through a lot of failure, they eventually come around, and it finally comes together. I mean, like, literally, like the project almost had to be, like, completely just, like, left behind almost before it was completed. People leave. It honestly kind of reminds me of My Bloody Valentine during Loveless, and Kevin Shields, like, slowly losing everyone around him, and then slowly going. No, I mean, he's not going insane or anything. It's not totally relatable. But in that terms, but I don't know. Anyway, it's. I believe it's. I don't know if Kevin Smith wrote it as well. Hold on. No, I guess I'll have to check because I can't remember who wrote it. I know he directed it at least, and I guess he edited it, or maybe just edited it. Edited it. Hold on. There's no way he just edited it. Hold on. Yeah, prevents a view askew production. So yeah, I'm pretty sure directed, and it might have even have been written by him, by Kevin Smith. But I mean, I'll have to find that out real quick. But it's no big deal. I've watched this movie a number of times, and I know it's just a romance comedy, but, like, I don't know. It's a Kevin Smith romance comedy. Not like he hasn't done one before. Not like he'll never make one again. Because I think with a lot of romances, you need a little bit of a humor in it. But I digress on that. I'm gonna go and watch it. I'm gonna look up the information just to confirm. Not that it really matters that much, because if you really want to know who the fuck did what or whatnot, you could look it up yourself. So Kevin Smith wrote it, directed, and edited it. Edited it. I can't say that. I know. He wrote it, he directed it, and he edited. See, we're all learning new things today, folks. How to say things properly and whatnot. All right. The very opening scene where the bicyclist is on the street delivering papers, I believe. While they're riding, they get into the other lane, and a car is coming by, and ends up crashing. And the guy comes out and starts screaming at the bicyclist. It's fucking hilarious. Reminds me of just original Kevin Smith material, specifically like Clerks 2. I guess Clerks 2, I don't know if that would be considered original. I mean, it's original for sure. I don't know. Anyway, Clerks 2, where Dante's opening up the quick stop and he sees it's on fire. Just reminds me of that kind of humor. Just like, shit, here we go again. But it's fucking hilarious. I don't know. Anyway, I digress. I also want to recommend Tropic of Cancer, and the song is called More Alone. It's a very, I don't know, if you like gothic music, if you like electronic music, I put it in the electronic category more than the gothic, but it is very gothic, very haunting, it's like electronic shoegaze. And also, while I'm here right now, I've been using the YouTube Music app, which is pretty cool, because, out of almost all the streaming platforms, I think YouTube's got like most of the songs. I know some people are exclusive and shit like that, so you gotta like shop around. But one gripe, I sent it into the fucking feedback or whatever, but like the one gripe I'm now having, it wasn't always like this, but for some reason, I make a bunch of playlists and I categorize them, like I've said, in like electronic music, punk music, etc. And I shuffle the music typically, and for some reason, songs will repeat, and I don't know why. Like there's sometimes where where I have added like the same song on accident, because sometimes YouTube will have like the same song twice or more than more than two times anyway, and there's no reason for it, but it just happens to exist. Sometimes it's just like they're in two different albums or whatever, like a greatest hits, or I don't know, but. Besides that, and I've deleted I've deleted a lot of that, but I'm not perfect by any means, but, still, when I shuffle the fucking playlist, it still will repeat some songs, and a lot. And, I'm not saying, it will, two times sometimes, but, there'll be, a lot of two of the same songs. It's like, what the fuck, man? Let me listen to fucking what I want to listen to, and what I want to listen to is not the same song. I do want to listen to the same song every now and again, but not the same. I don't know, man. When you're not paying attention, it just sometimes you're just like, what the fuck? Sometimes you just don't even notice, but it wasn't always like this. I think they'll probably fix it eventually. Maybe not. Maybe someone else will complain about it. I don't know. By the end of the day, it is what it is. I'm still using the app. There's just, I don't know, Spotify, for example. You gotta listen to, advertisements and shit, but it really isn't that bad. I don't know. It's already, a minute and 30 in, and, I had to stop it because, the scene with Zack opening the door and seeing Miri take a shit, I know they kind of have a little bickering argument. It's some very early morning, and you know what I mean. Zack doesn't fucking realize Mary's taking a shit. It almost seems like they're a married couple, or they're pretty. I guess a serious, or just in a relationship where they're living together, obviously for at least a decent amount of time. I don't know how easy and how close, and I don't know. I don't know. But it's not too often that you see a female and a male friend living together. It happens, obviously. Um, but and I really don't think Kevin Smith's like alluding to if you live with this person long enough, you will eventually. I mean, maybe he is. I'm not sure of that. I mean, this is kind of the reason why that's why I stopped it, just to kind of. I'm not definitively saying Kevin Smith is saying this, and it just, you know what I mean, if you do this long enough, like, if you're a friend with a girl long enough that you're gonna get with her, I don't know, I mean, hey, maybe that's not actually even a bad idea, you know what I mean, you're friends with this person, but, like, you get to, like, sleep around for, you know, I mean, fucking however long until, like, eventually, you know, you both are, like, you know, I would say, like, a lot of shit's happened, a lot of experience, you've settled down, you still know each other for a very long time, an extremely long time, and, I don't know, it's just like, fuck it, why not? And it ends up just being right, but maybe that's not how it is, that just seems a little right to me, honestly, but I'm, like, I mean, from personal experience alone, like, it hasn't been exactly that way, but, I'm just saying for this movie anyway, once again, I'm not saying Kevin Smith is like, if this specifically, but I feel like someone could assume that, but, yeah, I don't know, once again, they're just friends right at this moment, whether they've had, like, feelings for each other or attractions, personally, I mean, I'm just trying to put myself, I guess, in Zack's shoes, or even in Mary's shoes. Like, if I was attracted to another person I mean, I don't know, you gotta at least, like, know, am I attracted to this person, but, like, maybe you're just, like, not attracted to him enough? I don't know. Maybe that's just, once again, I have personal I don't have too much, I mean, I could talk to a girl just fine, like, whatever, you know what I mean, at work and shit, you know what I mean, and back in school, whatnot, but it's just, like, other than that, like, I don't know, like, maybe not Seth Rogen, but Zack. It is Seth Rogen, but Zack. I'm just trying to say their names. It kind of sucks because I keep on. I haven't really said Elizabeth's name at all. Elizabeth Banks plays Mary, by the way. I mean, if you need to know any of this information, just fucking look it up yourself, or just watch the movie. I mean, this is kind of like. Definitely, there's definitely gonna be spoilers, of course. So, and like, all I'm gonna be doing, all I'm saying right now is just like stopping the movie and just fucking saying what I gotta say, and then I resume the movie. It might either be longer than the movie, it might be shorter. It's probably gonna be shorter than the fucking movie, because I'm not gonna like fucking stop it repeatedly. Maybe I will, I don't know, but I don't I don't have all that time to do that shit. Anyway, I digress. All I'm saying is, fantasy. I stopped at 2:28 because I just wanted to make note of. It seems obvious that, I mean, because Seth Rogen and Kevin Smith, you know, it's kind of like they work together as a duo in a sense. Together, I mean, you obviously have Jason Mewes as well, but I mean, and even fuck, what's his name? Man, Randall's. I can't remember his name right now. Jeff Anderson. And Jeff Anderson. But I mean, like, it's obvious that Seth Rogen has appealed to what Kevin Smith has done, and it seems Kevin Smith reciprocates it. And I stopped at 2:28 only to say that. I mean, you obviously now have like a little bit of Seth Rogen humor, because I've seen like Pineapple Express and a couple, you know, Knocked Up, a couple other Seth Rogen stuff, and you can, I don't know, even watching the deleted scenes, you kind of like saw, I guess obviously a lot of times it's just people like improving in a sense, sometimes from the dialogue, like they know kind of what to say or whatnot, but with some of the deleted scenes, like they kind of like workshopped a lot of improv in there, just for comedic effect, obviously, because sometimes it's just comedy just comes spur of the moment rather than you know what I mean, like a repeated fashion, like a cycle or whatnot. I mean, sometimes it always works, you know, a joke is a joke. So that's just what I wanted to say. And I don't know, maybe this is, I mean, it was all written by Kevin Smith, so maybe, I mean, once again, I don't know how much, because there was the opening scene. I mean, it started out with well, the deleted scenes was And I don't know whose idea. Once again, I'm pretty sure. I mean, I'm sure Kevin Smith wrote like all of it, but then like Seth Rogen like, it'd be funny if, and he's like, let's try it out, and it's like, oh shit, that is funny, or no, it didn't work out. But anyway, what am I getting at? The very opening scene in the deleted scenes, while Mary's, I think, showering or whatnot. Yeah, I think she's showering. Seth or Zack is trying to open the door. It's iced over. But now, with the actual movie itself, Mary's driving the car, and maybe the reason why it didn't work out. I mean, I don't know why. I mean, they just kind of kept it like they kind of just chopped it to where Mary's sitting in the car and Seth Rogen, enters as a passenger, and ends up putting the hand warmer down his pants. I mean, the only reason why I thought maybe why Seth Rogen isn't already driving is either A, because they're trying to imply that Zack, is lazy, or I don't know. She's warming it up while he's doing his thing. I mean, it's just kind of like we only have so much time, and they kind of work. I mean, I don't know. Once again, this is some very yin and yang shit right here. Like, you know what I mean? Like, well, they only have so much time, and I don't know. It's weird. I mean, as you see at the very beginning, they have a bunch of unpaid bills, and they have like no paid bills. So, and it just keeps mounting up and mounting up. And they keep working, they're working shitty jobs by this point. But I don't know. I don't know where exactly I'm going with this. But yeah, and I mean, just because of their lifestyle, obviously, like you kind of they without each other, they probably wouldn't even be able to live. Like I don't know. Maybe they. I mean, I think obviously that's not completely true because at the end they kind of separate. But I think Mary ends up having the Jason Mewes character. His name's Lester. But yeah. Anyway. I stopped it again. 309. Mary's being dropped off. She kind of like points her finger on his nose, and you know what I mean, like, cause he's like, get a fucking, get your own female friend. And she's like, well, I got you're my friend. And I just wanted to say that she kind of Elizabeth Banks plays a character similar to, in my opinion, to Joey. I can't remember her last name at this very moment, but she's played Chasing Amy. She's been in Mallrats. But yeah, it's I don't know. Maybe this is a movie that I don't know. Maybe this is a movie. I don't know I wonder when he wrote this movie. Fucking hilarious. Never realized this. 2151. Zack marries Bobby, Justin's boyfriend. And behind them is a picture of two dudes wrestling. Funny as fuck. 4343. I just wanted to make sure. Mary and Lester are agreeing. Well, Lester wants to fuck Mary. Zack says, no way. She says, actually, you know what? Sure, that's okay. Zack and Mary meet up to talk about it. And now because they made some shots showing that Zack and I feel really bad with the blonde girl. I can't remember her name, but she's a stripper. But they were kind of like, chalking it up, and it seemed like she was a little jaded or jealous. And now by this point, Zack says, well, you don't have to have sex if you don't want to, because we have plenty of girls by this point. And is he doing it because he's also jealous and doesn't want her to fuck any other guys, or is it because she doesn't have to degrade herself, quote unquote, degrade herself, or to publicly show herself to the world, I guess. But, is it both? Is it one or the other? I don't know, we're going to be finding out, obviously. It's pretty obvious, but anyway. Listening to more dialogue, I guess she actually still is having sex with at least one person, aka Zack. So she can, now once again, it's like, hey, once again, they were kind of like, she was like, well, the only reason why you're suggesting this so that you could fuck me, and he was like, yeah, I'm doing this so, like, I've been living with you for this long, known you for this long, just so that I can get you down to this point, and then now fuck you. Which kind of, like, obviously they laugh it off, and now by this point it's like, she's like, hey, why the fuck, why, like, why can't I fuck my, blah, 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 which is fair. She's, obviously, because once again, they're just friends, they aren't even, so, like, that whole jealousy, like, I don't know, I'm sure it's very hard to, suppress feelings, because once again, like, horniness and sex only exist just because of us for us to exist, exactly. Anyway, sorry, I'm fucking can't even think of the right words. But yeah, and so like to be friends with a gender that you're, or not exactly even a gender, but a human being that you're attracted to. Like you're just like naturally supposed to be attracted to, just based alone on natural instincts. But it's not, obviously, like, for homosexuality, anyone who's a homosexual, they might have natural inclinations towards the same sex, so it's just that natural instinct. So yeah, I'm sure it's just very hard to navigate it or have control. I stopped at the time of 59 minutes on the dot, and I'm really trying to make it so it's just like literally, a female friend with a male friend. Obviously, once again, this is a romance comedy, and I already know the ending, but like, just once again, like, I don't know. I guess I'm like not. It's obviously kind of hard to do that, because obviously this is, once again, like I said, a romance. But like, to literally at this moment in time, they still have not touched each other at all. They're just friends. But like, just moments before, you just still like, you're just seeing like, like, are they just friends? Are they just friends? But at the same time, once again, and I'm not saying that, I'm personally not saying, just like I'm sure Kevin Smith is not saying at the same time, that it's not possible to be friends with, the opposite genders or whatever, the gender of your choice that you're attracted to. I think that's very possible. So 108, 36, they just had sex, Miri and Zack, and I'm now, think about this now in like a porn shoot, like quite literally, because that's exactly where they are. Excuse me. So now if sorry, I was listening to music. So now if this were to just be a porno shoot, and these guys were like having sex with just like a bunch of other people, like as most porn stars end up doing, like sex really becomes like a taboo-less subject. Like, it's just like another thing. Like, I'm sure, obviously, once again, I'm not saying like they're just like, yeah, let's just fuck everything and anything. I'm sure some of them are, but a lot of them, I'm sure, they choose their partners just like anyone else. And they're probably specific sometimes, and a lot of times specific sometimes, and a lot of times. I'm sure both. I'm sure it varies. The price is probably always right, or maybe not always right, but there's always a price to it. That's just, it's a job. So but obviously, once again, this is a romantic comedy, and these are friends that have known each other since now that I've watched it since first grade, I guess. Now I've been watched it again. So now for the, obviously I still have like 30 something minutes left. There's like, obviously the fallout, and then like obviously like the don't know what you were seeing. You're very paranoid. You're very very not patient. Feelings overwhelmed. The actual logistics of everything. But it's a happy ending story. In my opinion, I feel like this is a very cohesive, very. Kevin Smith is typically, I would say, like 100% of the time, like, he's just very. His stuff is very consistent. It's very smooth and straightforward. So in my opinion, I feel like Chasing Amy. It's not clunky. Clunky in a bad way. I feel like it's clunky because those are the emotions that he's trying to put out. In my opinion, especially when, like, for Chasing Amy anyway. Him messing up so much, the Ben Affleck character, just these punky, dumbass emotions that and these thoughts and like these ideas that he has in mind of how to solve and fix everything. And I guess with Chasing Amy, a lot of it isn't just, it's not all from one person. It's got to come from both people. So there's a lot of patience there. Um, and I mean, from as one human being I mean, I'm still learning a lot of patience. I mean, patience is a very hard thing to get around. I mean, but anyway, I digress. 109.24. I think it's kind of lame that all Zack's character ends up saying is "wow" after leaving, closing the door closes behind him. Like this is like right after they have sex, and I was like, "Wow." Yeah, very bland. I mean, he could have just been like, he could have sit there and like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't even just sitting there for too long. I don't know. Like, I feel like they don't really know how to do thought bubbles too well. Otherwise, like, they just always make it out to be like narrations. So, I don't know. It's 1:16:18. I'm not even gonna ask the question. I'm just gonna give the answer here. Friends can fuck and still remain friends afterwards if there's any feelings at all. Which in this case, Zack and Miri, there had to have been feelings beforehand, or maybe there wasn't, but they inevitably developed. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I mean, obviously in this romantic comedy, they end up getting together and shit. But I don't know. You obviously like the the scene that just ended was they were partying, having their after party. Got all their they got like a month of utilities up and running again, and Mary sees Zack walking away with, I forgot her name. I still don't know her fucking name, but the blonde stripper girl. And I mean, you know, I mean, make it like they imply it's like, you know, if they both see each other, you know what I mean, and obviously there's a problem there. But that's once again because they both have feelings for each other. If they didn't, they wouldn't. You know what I mean? This wouldn't mean shit. So that's all it is. If you don't have feelings for the other person, you could probably be friends with them and fuck them still. But they're just no strings attached. That's what it has to be. So, like literally no feelings at all. Strictly sexual. One of the greatest scenes in movie history happens around the 120, like 120. I stopped at 120:52, but it already had happened. I wouldn't say like maybe like 120:50 or 48. But the scene where Jason Mewes' character Lester pulls out and yeah, you know what's funny? I gotta find out that chick's name, but it's funny ass fucking scene. So I just finished the ending. Well, the ending of the movie. And overall, you know what I mean? Like, for a lot of people, I mean, for myself, getting to where I am now at my age and all that, I mean, like, everyone, you know, everyone gets to that age. Everyone goes, you know, it's time. But, for a while, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know about you, but I would, some of the logistics of a movie, I would fucking believe. And, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean, this is gonna happen to me, or blah 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 blah. And don't get me wrong, there's been times where, like, you know what I mean, like, I'm sure you've also felt this way, where it's like, man, I just felt like we were just in a movie or something. Um, and I mean, that's why movies. I mean, it's weird that you know what I mean, like, because movies are based off of life, and when something reminds you of a movie, it's like, what the fuck? So, um, yeah, I mean, there really isn't too much more to say. I mean, I think tomorrow or tonight, or probably tomorrow, I'm probably gonna check out Mallrats. It's a movie I've checked out a number of times. My buddy, uh, Blue Flamingo, Blue Flamingo, he's checked out Mallrats. That's his favorite film. I really like Mallrats a lot. I mean, my favorite Kevin Smith films are Clerks 1 and 2. But yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. Uh, Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess if you like any of this, the music that'll be playing, GRMBL, GRMBLS. It's all social media. Twitter, Facebook. Facebook might be the Grumble Grumbles. It's with vowels, but it should be pretty simple if you know how to write Rumble. You just add a G. Um, Grumbling is just like either a hungry sensation or kind of like what I'm doing right now, just kind of grumbling right now. Um, but that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. So um, a couple of things I wanted to add. I kind of forgot to talk about. The scene where Zack realizes to shoot the porno in the coffee shop. Delaney, or Craig Robinson's character, he says, you know what I mean? Like, he's basically like, you know what I mean? If he tries to fuck that dog, I'm gonna, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? That ain't gonna end well. I can't remember exactly, I forget what exactly he says, but this kind of happened like 2 years after Clerks 2. And the end of Clerks 2, there's a interspecies erotica act. And so I'm sure some people were like, does Kevin Smith, is he for animal fucking? And obviously, I think with this movie, it was kind of basically like, no, he's absolutely not. Not that he necessarily even needed to do these. I don't know. I think it was maybe he wasn't doing it. Maybe he was doing it. I don't know. Uh, I mean, I'm sure everyone kind of like, you know what I mean. It just like when you're writing your own stuff, you probably throw in your own little like, you know what I mean, rebuttals and whatnot. So. And also, her name was Stacy, and the actress's name is Katie Morgan. So, yeah.